bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at 16. So the Florida Gators offense going to get the chance to start this game off. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Offense took a... Too much time at the line there. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, the ground game. And he's knocked down.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times, as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Trying to make magic with his feet. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
Gives it on the option. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throwing right. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires to the big fella. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Guys, let's chat about Florida. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they... Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator.
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will have its first possession of the game. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
The Aggies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going.
I love when the offensive line takes control, manhandles the defensive line, and that's why you get a big game.
Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. He's caught, and he's close to the first down on the nice pickup there.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Back to throw, it's Sullivan. Fires to the big fella. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Extra point here would tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page.
Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through it, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He smashes his way through again. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Henderson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. He'll ride his man on the option. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. Tight end now in motion. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Well, the head coach has to be losing his mind after all of these penalties. Now it's 1st and 30. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Makes the grab on the left. And they're able to make the tackle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. And they forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Rush is on him. It's complete to the right. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Gators line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And they'll just down it right there. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Find some fresh air. Turning it on. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. First down here for the offense. Dropping back, it's Sullivan. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Wide open downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Plows through the defense. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Off play action. He wants to take the top off. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Gators will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give on the counter. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Unloads it left. That's reeled in. It's Henderson. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Sullivan. Completes it in the middle. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Oklahoma has the lead right now, but even though we've heard rumors sooner a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside Memorial Stadium. They are up by 7 over Alabama. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about he's going to let it go. Brings it down on the right side. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Florida. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll try try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air, it's Sullivan. Puts it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And the Aggies will hustle to the line. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Looking deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Off the play fake on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll give it to the back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third down, he drops to throw. He slings it deep to the left. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Trying to set the tone with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Sullivan. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
I tell you, you got to have great timing on these out routes, and the QB and receiver had that. Quarterback put it right out in front of him. Receivers just got to be able to make the play.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He was working his way toward mid. They'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The give on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll give it to him again. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole? As opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
I like the decision there in the RPO game, too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game, too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. 4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And they just keep inching closer to the goal line. They go for it on 4th down. You get it. You're now finding yourself even closer. This is a place where you'd love to be able to just line up, run the football, get north, and score a touchdown.
On the move. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel...
There he goes! Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To throw, it's Sullivan. Fires to the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Wants to fire on second down. Gets it out fast. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Aggie. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Bringing the heat. Snags it down the right side. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Fire. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Finds his big tight end. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolute shank. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the minutes.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. Looking to throw it, Sullivan. Right on the money. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Across the 45. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback keeps it. Not much running room there, thanks. Senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Breaks the tackle. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
On 4th down, looking to pass. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Now the offense will try to run out the clock with the lead. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Parker. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback. Back up now, here's 2nd and long. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard, we're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
And the missed connection on 3rd down. The Gators will line up to punt it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He's taking the deep shot. Pulls it in down the middle. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Dropping back, it's Sullivan. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here.
Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now. This offense needs to get some points. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. In position, and here they are on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man on the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Oh, they're after him. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
And listen to the crowd. They're going absolutely nuts. If they get the extra point, they tie this thing. In all likelihood, it's going to overtime, and they've got the home field crowd behind them. What a huge advantage in this moment.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Parker. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And the Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to pass, the clock an enemy. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And the takeaway is the exclamation point. The game saver for the win. got it on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, running back gets the give. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. So first down in the red zone, and this crowd getting behind its defense. Touchdown, Florida! They strike first in overtime. This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
Got to be impressed with the level of execution here in the second drive of OT. One play, score a touchdown, and now it's decision time, David. You kick the extra point and keep this thing going, or do you go for two and try to win?
Yeah, and you're right. The response was amazing. I mean, you give up a touchdown, you have a tendency to get down on yourself. No. First play, great execution. Now, do I go for the win? Do I play this safe, or do I go try to take this moment right now and get the W?
Now, first down here in the second overtime. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Looking downfield, it's Sullivan. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced two straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
This is a tough spot for this offense, opening possession of overtime in a 3rd and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. A&M comes back out with another first down. Calls his own number. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Celebration turned out to be a little premature as that flag takes the score off the board and we play on. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now 3rd and long here in overtime as this defense wants to force a field goal attempt. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pressure coming. It's complete on the right side. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
And I know this offense, man, they're glad they just got that 3, and he drilled it. But, man, you get the ball first, you want to go down and put pressure on the other side and score that touchdown. Now their defense is going to have to come out and make sure they keep them out of the end zone, or else they're going to lose this football.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Really good run gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. He'll try it again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground, and getting upfield.
A touchdown ends the game here in overtime. It's first and goal. Back has it. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on first and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forced the second down again.
Trying to slam in. A game winner. What a finish in double overtime with the touchdown. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called...